Why did the Dwarven Rings not corrupt the dwarves? Have you ever wondered why the Dwarven Rings of Power did not corrupt the dwarves like they did with men and elves? The answer lies in the unique nature of both the dwarves and the rings themselves. The dwarves are known for their strong will and resilience. These traits made them less susceptible to the corrupting influences of the rings. Unlike men, who often fell under the rings' control, the dwarves maintained their independence and were not easily manipulated by the dark powers behind the rings. The 7 rings given to the dwarves were designed to enhance their natural abilities. They amplified skills related to mining, crafting, and accumulating wealth. This enhancement allowed the dwarves to multiply their riches significantly. However, it also stirred their natural tendencies toward greed and anger. While the rings intensified these emotions, they did not fundamentally change the dwarves' moral character or enslave their wills. The corruption associated with the Rings of Power often involved domination and invisibility. These powers were more aligned with the rings given to men. The Dwarven Rings, on the other hand, did not grant invisibility or direct control over others. Instead, they focused on wealth and craftsmanship. This difference in the type of power meant that the rings did not have the same corrupting influence that led to the enslavement of men or their fading into wraith-like beings. It is important to note that the dwarves were not completely unaffected by the rings. The rings did magnify their greed, leading to conflicts over treasure and attracting the attention of dragons and other enemies. This form of corruption was different. It was more about magnifying their natural traits rather than a complete moral or spiritual downfall. In essence, the Dwarven Rings did not corrupt the dwarves because of their natural resilience and strong will. The rings enhanced their skills and wealth but did not grant powers that could enslave or make them invisible. The corruption they experienced manifested as intensified greed and anger, rather than a loss of self or enslavement. The nature of the rings' powers aligned with dwarven traits, amplifying them instead of overturning their character. This distinction highlights how the effects of the Rings of Power varied depending on the race and nature of their bearers, with the dwarves standing out as uniquely resistant to the full corruptive potential that the rings held over others in Middle-earth.